So in part 1, we had to answer 2 questions. Who are we and why are we here? And the answer we came to is that we are consciousness having a dream of being a human. Humans are here to contribute to the universe's learning about itself through every experience. In order to learn something, you need awareness or consciousness. Consciousness is infinite, so in order to contain it in this universe, it needs a vehicle. That two-machine or vehicle is the mind. In order for us to understand this threat that humanity is facing, another key thing we need to understand is the mind. What is it and how does it work? The mind is like a computer. It has certain algorithms and it has certain ways of working. Consciousness is meant to use the mind as a tool. However, for most human beings, the mind uses consciousness as a tool. This happens when the amount of consciousness falls below a certain level. When it's down at that low level, it cannot perceive beyond the mind. And so it identifies with the mind. It thinks it's the mind, and that is called ego. Ego is identification with thought. Ego is identification with the mind. So, what's wrong with identifying with the mind? Remember, the mind is a machine, it's a computer. It has a certain algorithm. It's important that we understand this algorithm in order for us to understand why there's so much hate, why there's so much war, why the world is such a mad place, and why humanity is facing extinction. Right, we're gonna look deeper into the mind. We're gonna look at how it can take control of your life and why this isn't always a good thing. Just to do a quick recap, right? The universe is a dream where consciousness forgot what it was. And in order to learn about itself, the universe made this reality. This reality is a self-discovery simulation or video game. I might repeat a few points, but that's because I want you to drill it in your head. This reality is a self-discovery simulation or video game created by the universe. Our mind is the VR headset or controller that consciousness uses to interact with the simulation. This controller or interface, our mind, has 2 main branches of programming. To illustrate this, one of them will be called the given programs. These include your genetics, your instincts, and all your primal drives. This has already been programmed for you. The other branch of programming we're going to call the you can program. These include your beliefs, your perception, your personality, and etc. These can be programmed by yourself. It's absolutely vital that we understand the nature of these programs and algorithms, because they determine what kind of experience you're going to have in this self-discovery simulation. And because it's a simulation, it comes with an avatar. Like in The Sims, if you're playing The Sims, there's that little avatar that you control. But instead of one avatar, This simulation or video game comes with 2 avatars. Each avatar belongs to a branch of programming. So one avatar belongs to the given program and the other avatar belongs to the you can program. In case you don't know, an avatar is a figure or an icon that represents the user in a game. So for example, in The Sims, the little body, the little person is gonna represent you. That's your avatar. But in this game, you have 2 avatars, so you're in charge of 2 characters. You might be still there thinking, what 2 characters? I can only see one body over here. But here's the thing, these characters exist in your mind. And remember, your mind is the VR headset or controller or interface that consciousness uses to interact with this simulation. These 2 avatars in your mind run by programs. It's important to know this because it means they automatically run. They don't need the user, they can automatically take control of your mind. When this happens, your life turns into more like a movie than a video game. When this happens, free will is an illusion. Today, most human beings are under the control of one of these avatars. This happens when your consciousness is below a certain level. This happens when your consciousness is not present enough in the mind. If you're not present enough, you won't control your avatars or your mind. If you're not present enough, the avatars will take control of your mind. And because everything is seen from the point of view of the avatar, we forget it's a simulation and identify with the avatar. We think we're making certain decisions and exercising free will, but it's the algorithm blindly running the show. The avatar is in control of the mind, while the user, consciousness, is asleep or not present. This is why there's so much hate, why there's so much suffering, why there's so much war. Most of humanity is under the control of an avatar who's under the control of an algorithm. In the next episode, we'll take a close look at these programs and algorithms.